As a New England Patriots fan, I might catch some heck for this, but I want to test out to see if Bill Belichick has lost his touch as a coach or if what we're seeing is realistic based on what we've seen in his past. How am I going to do that using stats? Let me show you. Bill Belichick's winning percentage as as a Patriots coach. I'm going just based on the Patriots. I'm not including the seasons with the Browns. His winning percentage during the regular season is 0.714. Means he wins about 71% of his games. Seems pretty impressive. Now, a lot of people say, well, some of that might have to do with Tom Brady. Let's see. Because this season, Patriots haven't been doing so great. Now, most optimistic Patriots fans are saying, hey, we might still have a shot at the playoffs. We might go 9-8. We might go 8-9, something like that. 10-7 is probably out there. And for those of you watching this in the future, this is the 2022 season, our second season with Mac Jones. So anyway, right now, let's say we're on track with, let's say I'm an optimistic Patriots fan for 9 wins. Or better yet, I'm going to be a little pessimistic for the sake of what we're doing. Again, don't be upset with me, Patriots fans. Say we end up getting our 8 wins this season and 9 losses. There are going to be fans calling saying, hey, we need a new coach. Bill Belichick's done. Let's see how likely it is to see 8 wins based on Bill Belichick's, previous history. Here's what I can do. We are going to simulate this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to establish some numbers here. Notice how we go out 3 decimal places here. That means I'm going to go with a random number generator. Numbers 1 through 1,000. 1 through 714 are going to represent a win. I'm doing that based on the percentage of games that Bill Belichick wins. The rest of my numbers, 715 through 1,000, are going to represent losses. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create seasons solely based on chance. So what I'm going to do is an NFL season is now 17 games. I'm going to draw 17 values. So I'm going to put, I'm going to approximate here like 8, 9. You know me, I don't usually go too crazy with my number lines. And this is the not very good number line, so it's okay. You don't have to shame me for it. It's okay. The goal is that we just have something to establish 14, 15, 16. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate a football season using my random number generator. I'm going to draw 17 numbers. Numbers 1 through 714 represent a win for the Patriots. 715 through 1,000 represent losses. Let's see what happens when I recreate a season for the New England Patriots. So I'm going to go to my random integer, 1 through 17. Okay. Actually, I don't want to set 1 through 17. I want to set 1 through 1,000. It's going to represent my games. And I'm going to draw 17 numbers. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's see. 527. That would be a win for our Patriots. I'm going to keep track of wins and losses. Win. 770. That would be a loss. 401. That would be a win. I'm looking at a loss here with 892. Remember, anything 715 or greater is a loss. 284 win. 353 win. 808 is a loss. Right now, my Patriots are 4-7. I've got another loss here for 920. That brings us to 4-4. 70. We're now 5-4. 950, 5-5. 526. That is a win for us. We are now 6-5. 87. We are now 8-5. 193. We are now 8-5. Yeah, we're 7-5 before. Now we're 8-5. 664. It's still a win. Remember, anything 1 through 714 represents a win. Got 891. We're at a loss now. So now I'm at 9-6. 349 gives me a win. I'm up to 10-6. And hey, I got 11 wins. So now I'm going to go to my dot plot here. I'm going to represent an X for my 11 wins. I'm going to do this again. Let's do another season. Perfect. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Probability. 1 through 1,000. All right. I'm going to recreate a Patriot season. You ready? Okay, got nothing else here. Good. One game, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Too many games we won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 wins here. I found 11 numbers that were between 1 and 714. So 1, do that one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got an 11 win season here. All right, so got another 11 wins here. I can keep doing this. That's the goal with simulations. I should just keep doing this, recreate seasons. What should I expect to see? Now let's see if it's a 17 game season, 17 times 0.714. Let's do that out quick. You got a calculator, right? 17 times 0.714. About 12 wins. That means I should be expecting to see about 12 wins per season. I'm getting a lot of 11s right now. That's what I'd be expecting to see. Now, the more often I do this, chances are I'm going to get some of those seasons that are on the low side. I might get some seasons on the high side. We might even get a chance to recreate that undefeated regular season again. We might even get a season where we only win 2 games. What we're probably going to notice, though, is most of our values are going to center right around that 12. That's what the law of large numbers is going to tell us. The more often we do this, we should be getting more of our numbers near 12. And better yet, if I take all of these, right? Remember, each of these X's represents 17 games. If I do 17 games, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 17 times 12 would give me, I'm trying to do this in my head, 187, 199, I believe. Let me do that out. I'm probably wrong. Well, use a calculator, folks. All right, 204. Whoops. Then I can figure out how many wins I have there. 204, and then I would add up 3 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 4 12s, which would be 48, plus 3 13s, which would be 39, plus that 16, plus that 17. If I add these up, divide by 204, I should be pretty close to that game, the career winning percentage. But the goal of doing this is to see how unlikely it is, or how likely it is to see these seasons that we're seeing from them. Ultimately, I would need some help to do this. Hopefully, I'd have someone else doing some simulations with me. But this is a way that you can do this. Again, use a random number generator and recreate a football season based on its career winning percentage. How often are you seeing these other numbers come up? Are we seeing 8s come up? Are we seeing 9s? Are we seeing 6s? Are we seeing 7s? That's what will ultimately tell me if Bill Belichick is still statistically a 71.4% winning coach and who's just having some off years, which are going to happen, or if I'm seeing these numbers come up and they really shouldn't be coming up, like if I'm getting a bunch of numbers here, I really am not seeing much, if anything, over here. I start to see more and more of them come from Bill Belichick. Like I start seeing him getting, like 8 wins or less per season. And chances are he might not statistically be the coach he used to be. But again, this is how we can use stats and simulations to prove things, prove the likelihood of seeing certain things based on what we know. Hopefully this helps you if you ever end up having to do simulations, especially sports-based ones.